Hey everybody, it's PD1 or welcome back to more Pokemon HeartGold. Corny intros out the way. Yeah, now that the Nuzlocke portion of this run is out the way, I think now would be an opportune time to actually cover the events in this game via the use of Pokemon obtained through mystery gifts or just general event Pokemon. So without further ado, let's begin this, shall we? Anyway, you might be able to tell by that little opening sequence there, and by where we are, just generally. The first event I'm going to be doing is the Arceus event, the Aigaken Arceus event, as it's called in Japan. Now, there is no legitimate way of actually obtaining the Arceus required for this anymore, so I have obtained it via the use of an action replay code, and now I'm going to have it delivered by this guy right here. You used to be able to obtain it back in like 2009, was it? Like maybe even in 2008, legitimately on Pokemon Platinum. Unfortunately, can't do that anymore. But be my guest to actually perform these events via the use of action replay codes. It's definitely recommended. I wouldn't blame you for cheating just to do these events. The same goes to every single event I'm going to be covering in this episode. Anyway, what you're going to want to do is very quickly put the Arceus you just received in the first slot of your party. That's required. That's what you're going to have to do. And head to this building right here. And this guy will jump in front of us, block the doorway. Ouch. Are you okay? I was in a hurry and sorry, did I hurt you? No way, could it be a Pokemon from Sinnoh? The one they call Arceus? Oh, could it be? Arceus causing all this? I can explain it any other way. Arceus may be the key to solving the mystery of the unknown and the ruins of Alph. Can you come to the ruins of Alph with me? Please? You must. I'm trembling with excitement. I think something is about to happen. He takes us into the ruins. I've been studying the ruins for many years, but something feels different. Wow, the unknown pictures on the wall. It feels like they're staring at me. What is this? There's something eerie that is making my legs shiver. I can't stop them. And we're taken to the Sanjo ruins, is it? Sinjo ruins, forgive me. Anyway, who's this guy? Well, hello. It's so freezing, isn't it? For a youngster like you to be interested in Sinjo ruins is not something we see every day. Take a look at them. From the side of the pillars of the Sinjo ruins, you can see that the cultures of Sinnoh and Johto have blended. What was I thinking? We don't need to be standing here. Why don't you come to the cabin around the corner for more discussion? And instead of instantly teleporting us there, we have to walk down a few feet. The pain, the torture. By the way, we happen to have a person at the cabin. Any trainer should know who she is. The famous trainer from Sinnoh. She's traveling around to study myths and ancient ruins. Isn't that something? Yeah, you might be able to guess who it is. The champion of the Sinnoh region. Let's enter this building, shall we? And there she is, just sitting right here. My name is Cynthia. I'm a Pokemon trainer. The Sinnoh ruins remind me of Sinnoh, where I come from. Initially, I thought it was because it snows a lot here as well. But that wasn't it. A long time ago, people came from Sinnoh to live here. They must have built a temple here while longing for home. That's why we call these the Sinjo ruins. You are a Pokemon trainer? I can sense strong power coming from your Pokeball. feel a familiar presence. The power of Dialga, Palkia. Or could it be Giratina? It's similar, but not quite the same. Have you got time? Can you come to the Sinjo Ruins with me? Call it a trainer's intuition. When you and your Pokemon step onto the stage, something will happen. Now, if you can't tell, Sinjo, you know, it's a play on words based on Sinnoh and Johto. Sinjo, now you get it. You probably understood the reference anyway. Now, something I really recommend you doing just before you actually enter the Sinjo Ruins. Put all the Pokemon you have in your party except for Arceus or Arceus. I apologize if my pronunciation is annoying people. I know how frustrating it is. I say it's Arceus, other people say Arceus. Forgive me. Yeah, put all your Pokemon into the PC apart from Arceus. Now I feel really what's the word? Yeah, you get what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's enter the ruins, shall we? This is the mystery stage, the mythical stage built to show respect for Arceus. It is said that people used to celebrate its magnificent might with music and dance. Some people in Johto still pass down this tradition. According to an ancient document, time, space, and antimatter, or what combined we call the world, shall be born when Arceus stands on the mystery stage. This is where one might say the lead enters the mystery stage at last. Well, all my study of ruins and Pokemon mythology in Sinnoh may have been to bring you up on this stage here today. Depicted on the mystery stage are the Pokemon that shape this world. The circle in the middle is Arceus, the origin of it all. This is the pattern that represents Palkia, the master of space and dimensions. This is the pattern that represents Dialga, the guardian of time. This is the pattern that represents Giratina, the ruler of the world. That is on the opposite side of ours, the world of antimatter. Arceus has accepted you as a trainer. Arceus, having shaped the world, is said to show you a glimpse of its true power, the power of possibly making life appear out of nothing. It seems that something will happen when you choose one of the circles. You'll want to be well prepared. Now, yeah, as you might have guessed, here we have a decision to make. Do you want Giratina? Do you want Dialga? Or do you want Palkia? You only get to pick one. So, yeah. Make your mind up. I'm going to pick Dialga. No particular reason. I really like all three of these Pokemon. I'm just going to pick Dialga. Just because. I can't explain why. Anyway. Now we're going to see this little sequence here. Now, after Arceus demonstrates its use of the Google image search feature, we are going to receive our Pokemon that we chose. In our case, Dialga. Mysterious round object took the shape of a Pokemon. And we obtained Dialga. Very, very nice. All these are going to be level 1. So, yeah, you can train it up from scratch. Do I want to give it a nickname? No, because I'm not going to be really using it. That shining sphere. Could it be an egg? Did we just witness the very moment an egg was brought to this world? A moment no one has ever seen? An egg is the cradle of every being. This planet itself is an egg in a sense. Life that comes from an egg will come to an end in due course, to begin anew. That may be what Arceus wanted to show us. Maybe you're overthinking it, maybe. Just a little bit, Cynthia. That was... We seem to be surrounded by that strong power again. And we get teleported away, and I don't believe you can actually go back there ever again. Oh, are you alright? You disappeared right in front of me. I was so surprised. I see. The power of Arceus and Unknown affected each other to create a huge energy, which sent you to the Sinjo ruins. Unknown, the ruins of Alph and Arceus. The mystery deepens. It has made me even more inquisitive. I will one day solve all the mysteries. Solve all the mysteries. Hooray, and Lyra's calling us at the most inopportune of times. We're just going to ignore her. Anyway, yeah, as I said, it's not possible to go back there, I believe. And yeah, now on our party, we now have a level 1 Dialga, which is holding the item Adamant Orb. Giratina would have the Grisius Orb, and Palkia would have its respective orb. I'm not 100% on the name. Anyway, shall we go to the second event? Yeah, let's do this. Okay, moving on. This particular event is going to be demonstrating the Pikachu coloured Pichu events to obtain the spiky eared Pichu, which is interesting, I guess. This is more of a novelty, being fair. So this Pichu we're going to be receiving, not this Pichu. This Pichu is a shiny Pichu, which just happens to look like a shiny Pikachu. No, it just happens to look like a regular Pikachu. It's just coloured a bit differently. Yeah, this, as I've said, is a novelty, and the Pichu we will be obtaining won't be usable in any Wi-Fi battles that aren't in HeartGold, Soul Silver. It won't be able to be evolved. It just looks pretty, and it looks nice on the Poké Walker. I'll be brutally honest. Fortunately, I have one Super Power left. So, yeah, don't have to go through the torture of wild Pokemon. What I recommend, just put Pichu into the first slot, because, yeah, that's what you have to do to actually do this. And just cut down this tree, and it will activate the event after you take a couple of steps. Yeah. To Pichu, one of its ears is spiky. Hey, you should not tamper with that shrine. People are said to disappear. Kids and Pokemon sometimes disappear around the shrine. It is believed that a Pokemon which wanders around time does that. It is truly a strange thing. Well, this must be the Pichu that has lived in this forest for some time now. When I saw it the first time, it looked lonely. It is full of energy today. I see. It seems that these old friends finally meet again after a long time. He wants to join your party. Let it join you. Oh, here it is. Young Pokemon trainer, I'll give you this Pokeball. I used to use them when I was younger. Don't worry, it's still in good condition. Yeah, make sure you have a slot on your party so you can actually obtain this spiky-eared Pichu. It seems that this wants to stay in your Pokeball. And we obtain it. It's not the most useful of Pokemon, but it's a nice novelty. It's a cool little Pokemon. I won't nickname it. Being friends should make you happy. Take good care of it. It is a shame that you can't evolve it. Just imagine how awesome a spiky-eared Pikachu would be. Called Richie. Not Richie, called Sparky or something. You know, like from the cartoon. That'd be pretty awesome. Anyway, yeah, that is literally it for that event. There's one more event that I'm going to cover. That's actually in-game. That isn't on the Pokewalk or anything. So, yeah, I'll be 2 seconds. Anyway, as I've previously stated, yeah, this is the last of 3 in-game events you can actually perform. There's a couple of others with the Pokewalker and stuff, but I can't show them just yet. Now, this Celebi I've got right now isn't the official Celebi you need to use for the event, but it does the job. You can tell it's shiny, it's not legitimate, but it does the job. So forgive me for it not being official and everything, but ah well. Anyway, this event here, in my personal opinion, is out of the 3 in this game, is probably the most interesting. I mean, the Arceus one is very flashy and all, but this just blows my mind when it comes to the storyline. It's fantastic. To activate it, once again, all you have to do is go to the Ilex Shrine and interact with it. Hi Philip, have you heard of the legend of the shrine? They say that people disappear when they tamper with it. What was that? And Celebi decides, oh, let's send them back in time 3 years. Why not? It's should be a fun time. Where are we? Good question, Ivan. We are on Route 22 in Kanto, just west of Viridian City. Ilex Forest has disappeared. That's not it. It's more like we have been transported. I'm speaking like Jonathan Ross. Wow, I've been recording for so long my voice is going. Transported somewhere else. Philip, something is strange. I heard the radio mentioning the date from 3 years ago. Is that... Am I looking at Celebi? That explains it. Celebi must have caused all this. My grandpa once told me that Celebi can travel through time using its mystic power called time travel. Celebi must have taken us back in time. Quite literally. Philip, there is someone else here besides us. Let's go find out who. You told me you were the #1 in the world. Are you going to quit? What are you going to do now? One must acknowledge one's defeat before we can move on. I will go solo, for now, so that one day I will form a stronger organisation. What aspect of you was #1? Gathering so many only to be defeated by a mere child. Putting together the potential of many is how you produce a huge power. That's what an organisation is. That's the strength of an organisation. I failed to make the best use of my subordinates' potential. But we shall witness one day the revival of me and my Team Rocket. I don't understand you. You don't make any sense. One day, you will understand. I don't want to understand you. I will never become someone like you. A coward when you're alone, and acting like a tyrant when you're in front of other cowards. I will become strong. I'll become a stronger man all by myself. All by myself. And yeah, it's Silver, or Soul as I've called him, from 3 years ago. Yeah. What are you staring at? And he just pushes us for some reason. What a jerk. Who does he think he is? That was unnecessary. But what were they talking about? The revival of Team Rocket? They say that Team Rocket was removed from the Kanto region by a child 3 years ago. So this really is 3 years ago. And I just want to point out, when Celebi time travels, he changes colour. Because, you know, I'm not using the official Celebi. Which, once again, I apologise for. I don't know why you've come here. Anyway, I have to warn you that this is not a place for kids like you. That's the guy we just saw arguing with that boy. You have a certain look. It reminds me of the kid who stood in front of me 3 years ago. You have the same eyes. I'm on my way to Goldenrod City to answer the call and join my team. Are you going to get in my way? 3 years ago? Goldenrod City? Could this be the one that the radio was trying to reach? Giovanni, their boss? Do you hear it, Philip? The radio is saying something strange. Team Rocket has occupied the radio tower at Goldenrod City. It can't be. Philip, you solved this case already. This is the radio tower. This is the radio tower. We are pleased to declare Team Rocket's revival. Giovanni, can you hear us? We have finally made it. My old associates need me. We will not repeat the failure of 3 years ago. Team Rocket will be born again, and I will rule the world. And something I just find completely mind-blowing. So, you might recall, we defeated every Team Rocket grunt in the Goldenrod Radio Tower, and hence stopped the threat of Team Rocket. At the same time, we also defeated, presumably, if we can defeat Giovanni now, we also defeat Giovanni at exactly the same time as all that is happening. It's such a major, like, storyline arc. It's crazy. I don't know what I can say to really describe it. It's pretty incredible. Anyway, yeah, this fight is very, very, very tricky, particularly if you're taking on Giovanni at this point in the game as well. I mean, all his Pokemon are in the level 40s. I've barely hit 30s on some of them, and just, yeah, like, you're supposed to take on Giovanni way after you defeat the Elite Four. I mean, Giovanni has Pokemon that's stronger than some of the Elite Four members. But yeah, it's a tough fight, and I do have a lot of healing items and different stuff like that, which hopefully I don't really abuse in this fight. But heck, may as well make up for lost time. This is the aftermath of the Nuzlocke run, of course. So we'll just see how it goes. But yeah, this is a very difficult fight. Nidoqueen, level 46. It's just crazy. Now hopefully Tentacruel won't faint to this. Probably won't, yeah. Could have been wise to switch into Gyarados there, because I am packing Gyarados on my team. 3 of my team members have died already, which isn't good. Yeah, I get the feeling Nidoqueen's going to start to crunch us, and hopefully if we can avoid having our defenses lowered, we should be able to defeat Nidoqueen with Gyarados. I might have to use a couple of Hyper Potions though. Just hopefully it doesn't lower our defense. What does it do? It lowers our defense. Ah, that's a shame. Almost tempted to switch into Ampharos and perhaps try and... Yep, let's try that. Let's see if we can get Nidoqueen paralyzed. I'm not too sure if this plan will work out though. I mean, we can always switch back into critical hit. That didn't work, unfortunately, and that's left us vulnerable. He might Earth Power. hopefully. I guess Intimidate does lower its attack, so we are back at neutral. I mean, less than neutral because, you know, like we switched out so we don't have the defense being lowered. Okay, if Crunch doesn't lower our defense, we're in a really good spot. So let's see how it goes. Okay, good. We are in a really good spot now. Okay, Surf. I'm not too worried if Crunch lowers our defense now. We can take at least one of them. Perhaps two even. Now, is he going to heal up? Yes. Going to use a full restore, which... bit annoying, granted. But it's fine. Okay. I want to get another Intimidate out on Nidoqueen, so let's switch into Blade. I'm not really foresighting the Kangaskhan that this guy has. I mean, it's a very dangerous Pokemon. Almost tempted to kill off Ampharos for now. Just to... we could have switched into Gyarados then. That was a poor decision. But I'm wondering why it wanted to Earth Power when we had Meganium out. That is a strange decision. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Surf. Hit me with your best shot. Surf. Forgive me for my lackluster commentary, I always say this. I'm just trying to concentrate because it's rather difficult. Hyper Potion on Gyarados. And if Crunch does that little to Meganium, shall I switch into it? I mean, it does little to Gyarados as well now, but I fancy reviving a couple of my Pokemon. Crunch, let's see how much this does. Very, very little. Okay, that's cool. That's fine with me. Let's revive a few Pokemon. Revive on Houdini. I'd love to revive Ampharos and Tentacruel as well, just to have... I mean, there's power in numbers, so... yeah, okay. It Earth Powers for some curious reason. Ampharos, revive that as well. I am more than happy to do that. And I'll probably heal up Meganium again. Because... oh, critical hit. Can't get around to doing that, which is a shame. Okay, let's get one more Intimidate out on Nidoqueen. We've made this a lot harder than it probably really could have been. But at least we're in a good position Pokemon-wise. We have 3 Pokemon. Now Crunch shouldn't do at all anything. It still does, which is a bit annoying. Okay. I was going to Hyper Potion up then, just so I have more HP, but would have ended up on 66 anyway, so there was no point. Okay. There's Nidoqueen down, presumably, yeah. Now, if only we had a Pokemon to lower Kangaskhan's speed, the Pokemon that's probably going to be coming up next. Yeah, How do I go about doing this? Ampharos, go on. Let's heal that up. because I know it can survive a couple of outrages. Okay, Ampharos, let's do this. Unsure how well you will actually combat this, but we'll see. It'd be nice if Quick Claw gets some like early attacks out on it as well. Okay. Oh, okay, it does get paralyzed. Okay, I was a bit worried then because it didn't get paralyzed on that turn. But if this hits itself, oh, it doesn't. And that means Ampharos has fainted. Ah, okay. That's a little bit... Oh no! It survives! It survives. Oh, thank God. That was a bit risky. Let's Hyper Potion once again because I am lame like that. Yeah, apologies if you guys don't like seeing Hyper Potions and revives use their turn in battle. It's a shame it didn't hit itself then, that's a bit annoying. And it'll snap out of confusion this turn probably. And then, yeah. Will it get confused after this turn? Maybe. Because this is the third outrage it hits. Oh, it gets paralyzed. That's wonderful. Okay, that's good. So that means we can outspeed it, and we should be able to KO it, depending on how much discharge does. Okay, it's got Power Fusion. I'm more than willing to take the risk with discharge. Okay, yeah, good. One Pokemon left, and that's the Honchkrow, which shouldn't be too tough with Ampharos. But I'm going to revive my Meganium, probably. Just so I can revive my Ampharos once it inevitably faints. So, there we go, Meganium. We've had so many Pokemon faint in this battle. Thank God we're not in Nuzlocke anymore, because, Lord, could go very, very wrong if we still were. We want to revive my Ampharos back up, and then we want a Hyper Potion. And that should be it for the battle. The first recording I had of this, I don't think I've actually spoke about this. The first recording I had of this battle, which went very well, we only had one revive and one Hyper Potion to use throughout that fight. And yeah, it was the most tense ending I've ever had, and it's a shame I can't show you it because it was such a good battle, but it's a shame I couldn't show it. Okay. Hyper Potion, and then 2 discharges. That should be the plan. We should be able to go through with that. Shadow Ball obviously is going to KO our Kadabra. Okay. Ampharos, please finish this. That would be very nice. Nasty Plot, that's a strange decision. It should have just outright tried to KO us, because he's trying to set up, but he doesn't have enough time, because this is going to be a very, very safe 2-hit KO. What was that? What was that? Swagger. Ah, that's annoying. Okay, now that puts the fight in jeopardy. Okay, we were able to safely finish it off. Okay, that's good. Phew, we defeat Giovanni. Granted, we used a ton of items in that fight. Please forgive me. Probably not too interesting to watch, but I just wanted to showcase the event. Why in the world are you? A human being. Sir? How is this possible? The past 3 years have been a waste. How can a kid like you manage to destroy my dream once again? The precious dream of Team Rocket has become little more than an illusion. And he walks off into the night. Hey! Where's Giovanni gone? I wonder if he's listening to our broadcast. They keep calling for their boss. I feel sorry they don't know he's not coming. After this, Philip, you would defeat them. Wait a second. Philip, you're still here? Then who would defeat Team Rocket? It's crazy. I don't get it. We need to get better or we'll never be able to go back to our time. And she could have gave her max revive to us, but no. Yeah, and that's it for that event. It's, wow, time travel. This is it. Please take us to our time. This whole event to me is just fascinating. Just, wow. We take on Giovanni and the Goldenrod radio tower at the same time. Traveling through time sure doesn't feel good. I thought it would have, but meh. Hey, my Marvel. I missed you so much. Wait a sec, so we must be back to our time. It was also bizarre, but now that we are safely back to our time and Team Rocket's terrible design fell through, we can say, all's well that ends well, right? You never cease to inspire great adventures. Sure was an exhausting day though. I better get going. See ya. And Lyra disappears into the forest. So, yeah. And Lyra's calling us. We've just saw her. Lyra's... This is Lyra. What? You could have told us that, Lyra, just then. Whatever. Anyway, yeah, I think now I'll end off the episode. So next time, normal service will be resumed. And we're going to take on the 8th gym leader of Johto and probably some more. So thank you for watching and peace out.